and welcome back to another episode of IB, or Not to IB. Today, we'll be talking about the Group 3 subjects. These include geography, economics, psychology, and history. Since both Lachlan and I learn economics, let's start there.
Economics is the study of how limited resources can be employed to fulfill the needs and wants of people. We learn all sorts of practical theory that you can immediately apply to real-life situations and scenarios that you might hear about in the news. In fact, that's exactly what we do in economics. Part of your assessment in IB Economics will involve finding a news article that you can relate your knowledge to in economics and writing a commentary on it. Both of us have found that economics is one of the most life-relatable subjects in IB.
At standard level, you'll be writing 2 essays in total. One is based on questions. You get to choose 2 out of 4, and the other is based on the stimuli in the form of an article. These are on the 4 main sections of the course: microeconomics, macroeconomics, international economics, and developmental economics. Microeconomics involves concepts such as price affecting supply and demand for goods and services in individual markets. Macroeconomics investigates how an economy works as a whole, including a nation's GDP and government policies. International economics looks at how various economies interact and can trade between each other. And developmental economics focuses on a nation's welfare and the causes of poverty.
If you decide to do economics as one of your 3 higher level subjects, there is a little more content that is required to be learned, and you must complete 1 additional paper. In addition to studying the SL course, comprising of micro, macro, international, and developmental economics, you must learn micro and macroeconomics to a deeper level.
Personally, Lockie and Phil believes this actually gives you an advantage over SL students, as you're able to develop a bigger picture of economics, and you'll understand how everything connects and works together. You'll also be completing 1 additional paper, paper 3, the calculations paper. This paper requires you to do various calculations regarding diagrams you learned in the SL course, as well as a few of the HR course, and explain certain concepts of the theory.
So I chose geography because it's a very now topic. You've got history, psychology, and geography, of course, but unlike the other 2, you're really looking at what's happening in the current day, and you're analysing those statistics and data, and you're looking at ways on how you can improve the future. It's very interesting. A common misconception with geography is that you're always looking at maps. You're always drawing or you're colouring in different topographic things. But no, geography is less of that in the IB, and you're looking at more things to do with the populations and cultures of the actual planet. You're looking at how the economy flows, you're looking at how things change, and you're just using that information to, again, predict what's going to happen in the up and coming years. Well, geography is a very fun subject, but if you're interested in doing some kind of humanitarian thing in the future or at university, then I definitely recommend getting a head start by choosing this subject.
I chose to study history as I've always found it very interesting, and I thought it would help me with understanding global affairs and world politics in the modern era. The main topics of the history course are international relations within the Cold War, the interwar period and World War I and World War II, in which we evaluate the causes and practices and effects of war. I would recommend this subject to prospective IB students, as it provides you with a great learning environment. One thing I would have liked to know, however, is how much writing you would have to do beforehand.
Oh, hello there. I didn't see you at all.